Welcome guys to another video here on the ManUnitedDaily YouTube channel, and this one is a match review, but it's also a new kind of like way of reviewing a match that's the Reds has playing on at the weekend. So previously what I was doing was going through the match chronologically, talking through the start of the game, through the goals, the lineup, etc. But I thought that became a bit laborious and also repetitive, and also a bit formulaic. So in this one, and this is a new format where I'm going to be talking perhaps 5 talking points, but it doesn't have really a set number of talking points that I want to talk about. Where it's just the main highlights that I believe that I picked out from yesterday's games against Swansea. Obviously, it was the first match, and if you was living under a rock, United won 4-1 and got off to a great start in the league, and obviously relieved some of the pressure of David Moyes in his first game as United manager in the Premier League. And there was some trepidation from the fans and for myself, and I think that was entirely expected, because obviously for 26 years we had one man at the top guiding the club through season after season, and it's obviously change is never a kind of like comfortable thing for most people, because of the stability that we had for those 26 years, that David Moyes would have to come under pressure a bit. But yesterday was a great performance, and it's never easy going to Swansea, but I thought Moyes and United played and put out a great performance. So here are my talking points from this game. The first one is that RVP is world class, and that statement says it all really. He's probably the #1 ranked striker at the moment in the world. His whole game was really superb, really economical, as they stated on Sky, where every little touch, every little run he made was really in a positive aspect to the game. So his both his goals were really clinical, but of the highest standard. The first goal, chested it down and a volley above his head, right-footed, past Michel Vorm, who had no chance of it really, and Van Persie really improved in his finishing with his weaker foot, but again he really showed his quality. And the second goal, made by Wayne Rooney, who came on, pass to Van Persie, and Van Persie with a really Messi-esque kind of like movement, where outside of his left foot, dragging it, and then using the same movement, almost using the inside of his foot to put the ball out in front of him, and smashed it from just outside the box, so I believe about 15-18 yards out. Smashed it past Michel Vorm. I think on Sky Sports they said about it was travelling at a rate of 60 miles an hour almost, and that was a really great strike. And Van Persie proven again that he is United's main man. No matter what the other strikers and other players might do, Van Persie is definitely the diamond in our crown. So Van Persie cementing his great presence and place within the team there. And the second point I want to be talking about is Danny Wellbeck. His finishing yesterday was sublime. The first one, David Moyes said he was most pleased about, because it showed that Danny Wellbeck has grown that kind of like instinctive edge, where he gets into the box in the 6-yard area and be in there to at least have the opportunity to put a goal away. And Valencia, great credit to him, reverting back to the old number 25, and had it head up, past the ball when most wingers would have just tried to smash it into the net, calmly passed it across the goal for Danny Welbeck to tap in. And obviously Danny Welbeck, very confident, very assured in his all-round game. As we all know, Danny Welbeck is probably one of the best link-up players in the world. And Danny Welbeck, again, very young still, and he has limitless potential to be fulfilled at Old Trafford. And his second goal, equally like Van Persie, was really sublime. I mean, it was Messi-esque. I remember the goal against that Messi scored event Bayern Leverkusen a couple of years ago, right-footed chip over the goalkeeper. It was really probably about 10 foot up in the air, and somehow it managed to dink it over Michel Vorm and then landed perfectly into the right-hand side of the net. So Danny Welbeck played really well yesterday, and I think his finishing really put a gloss on the performance and reassured the fans that David Moyes and Danny Welbeck recognised that last year he didn't have the greatest, result in terms of goal scoring wise, but again, he has already matched his record for the league, or doubled it, so far. So Danny Wellbeck, great improvement in front of goal. The third point is that sometimes the defense looked a bit frail, I guess, but I think it's a double-edged sword, if you like, because one side you could say that because of how Swansea play, little intricate 1-2 passing really cut any defence up when they get it right. But also the second point is that sometimes I think Rio Ferdinand particularly showed it that if he does get caught, then he doesn't have the pace to cannot recover as well as he can, or compared to perhaps even a younger defender, perhaps in Jonny Evans. So in that regard, I think it's something that Moyes can work on. But I thought for the majority of the game we were really solid. But I'm just stating that at times we did look a bit ragged by Swansea, and highlighting Rio Ferdinand, who had a solid game, but again at times I did think that he looked vulnerable, and against better teams I think that we might get found out. Especially we'll have a test of that against Chelsea next week, and so it will be a test. Interesting to see how Moyes deal with this situation. I'm sure that David Moyes will not be playing Ferdinand and Vidic for 45 matches, or how many we play this season, because he has three excellent backups in Jonny Evans, Chris Smalling and Phil Jones, chomping at a bit to get into the team. And with the age of Rio Ferdinand, I'm sure he'll be taking a lot more rest than Nemanja Vidic, and because Vidic is captain, but also Vidic had a masterclass as well yesterday. Presence, aerial ability, everything. So Vidic looked really good, but I think Ferdinand looked at times a bit ragged, but I still think that is our premium pair at centre back. So what do you guys think of that comment? Would you guys play Jonny Evans in front of Rio Ferdinand, and would you even take well, it's not really gamble, but would you play Chris Smalling Jones as well as a pair in the future as well? So leave a comment below on that topic. And the last topic I want to be talking is obviously Wayne Rooney. It's a huge saga that has gone on for I don't know how many weeks. I'm sure a lot of you guys, like myself, is a bit tired of talking about Wayne Rooney every single day. But again, I thought he came on for the last half an hour and he looked quite sharp. Obviously, he had about 65 to 70 minutes with England during the week, and that would have boosted his fitness. And there were some reports today contradicting each other, where I think in the Daily Mail it says that Rooney has accepted his stance that he will stay at United this season, whilst another saying that Rooney still wants to submit a transfer request. So it's, take it with a pinch of salt really, because you don't really know what's the truth. The only person who can put an end to all of this is obviously Wayne Rooney, but we haven't heard anything from him, so it's unclear whether what he wants to do as of now. We all know the stance that he would like to leave, but again, nothing has official. But looking on the pitch side of it, Rooney played really well, I thought, for 30 minutes. Obviously, he had the two assists for the goals, firstly because of the good work passed around the corner for Van Persie's second, and then making a run and thus freeing up the space for Van Persie to release that shot was instrumental in that goal. And also for Danny Wellbeck's second, he was the assister, to that ball to Danny Wellbeck in the first place. So Rooney, overall, I thought he did really well. Obviously, there was some controversial pictures showing that Rooney didn't celebrate, and I'll be flashing them over the screen right now, showing you guys that Rooney, as you can see, is clearly away from the group. Some people have, I think, been overplaying it a bit. Peter Schmeichel on Goals of Sunday has been saying that Rooney perhaps is tired, and so, but again, a fit Wayne Rooney probably would have celebrated, but I'm not really sure what's going on. I think it has been made a bit much into it. Obviously, I'm not saying nothing is wrong, but again, I think it's been a bit overplayed, and I think Rooney will just have to work hard, and it seems from all the right people that he is working hard to get his place back in the team. And then, a few months down the line, if we are, challenging in the Champions League for trophies and the Premier League, you never know, the stance might change in his mindset. But overall, I still don't think Rooney will be sold this summer unless we sign someone, at incredible talent, perhaps Ronaldo, Gareth Bale, etc. So in that regard, I think Rooney will stay because of the stance that Chelsea are one of our nearest rivals, and in order to compete at the highest level, you need to have the best players. It's that simple, in my opinion. So Rooney is to stay, and I thought he made an encouraging start to the season. So there you guys have it for a new format of match review. I hope you liked it. I might even change the title of this video to talking points, so that might just bring some sort of freshness into the video. So hope you guys liked it. Comment below on how you like the format, and also on any of the talking points I raised up during the video. So thanks for watching, guys. If you like, give me a thumbs up below, comment in a column below with the other United fans, subscribe to the channel for more content, and you can check me out as well on Twitter at ManUnitedDaily, where I bring you 24-hour service of the latest United news. And also you can check out my website at ManUnitedDaily.com. You can write to me and send me articles to display on the website at ManUnitedDaily@gmail.com as well. So again, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.